I say that thing of Kodesh and Kadosh because this is something which I had a slight disagreement with Rabbi Bar-Hayim, who's taken a unique position in regards to the translation of the word Kodesh and Kadosh. You know what his position is?
Not well, but I'm big with me.
The Kaddish mentions Kudsha Brichu.
Yeah.
So that means the Holy One, blessed be. If it calls him the Holy One, blessed is He, it's an expression in the Talmud. It's an expression in the Kaddish. It says, wait, Kudsha corresponds to the Hebrew word Kodesh. It means HaKodesh Baruch Hu.
Yeah.
Kodesh is a word meaning the holy thing, the holy place sometimes. And most translations translate it back into Hebrew as not Kudsha Brichu, as HaKodesh Baruch Hu, as rather as HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that, by the way, that's biblical expression. God is called the Kadosh, or the Kadosh Yisrael, for example, which is smichut. It just the kamat becomes a shava and smichut. So I argue that, and that's the way it should be. It's just in Aramaic it becomes kudsha. You know, it's not. It doesn't have. You don't have to have translation from Hebrew to Aramaic or the other way around. A direct one-to-one correspondence, especially with regards to biblical idiom. One of the things I was pointing out is in biblical Hebrew there's a strict difference between vavai puch verbs and which is past perfect. Which is normal past tense and past perfect. He had done this. Let's point out a few places when the vavai puch is used. Vayomer, Vayelech, and all these other things. It means normal chronological order, especially if it says you have a Seder. Whereas if a pasuk introduces, says someone went regular, okay, Hashem Amar, okay, or Moshe Amar, or whatever, it means previously, past perfect, had said beforehand. In Aramaic, there is no such distinction. The translation of both is the same into Aramaic. So that's just an example of, there's not a direct one-to-one correspondence. So even though, yes, in Aramaic, they were saying God, they were calling Kudsha Brichu, in Hebrew, they still called him HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So I ask this now because before we were talking about Makom Kadosh, and here it says Kodesh. See? We went from using the word Kadosh, and we're using interchangeably with Kodesh. Okay? So they're very similar.